Rocco, have you ever had somebody taking advantage of you? Yes, several times. But this person, I kind of got frustrated at because I'm in school. I was in 8th grade at the time, okay? And I'm in 9th grade, okay? I'm not that old, okay? I'm only 14. Uh, but the customer said, hey, I need you to build me a fence. I said, deal, okay? Deal. I said over there, give him a quote. I gave him my quote. I said, hey, this is how much roughly of how the material should cost. We will add about $200 extra for tax and anything else just in case I miscounted. We need to go get a couple more boards, a couple more pickets, a couple more 2x4s, anything, okay? That $200 is for like screws, anything, okay? They said, hey, how old are you? I said, 14. They said, what? I said, what do you mean? I'm 14. I told the mother, okay, because the day before I went to go cut down a tree for them, okay, then I noticed the fence. And I told the mother, hey, I'm 14, trying to look for side jobs, anything. She says, hey, I have the tree. I said, okay, deal. $50, there. Tree limb, gone. Okay, took 2 trips back, forth, with the trailer around, and bam, done. And I bought a Sawzall, the reciprocating saw, a Craftsman cordless, a corded one, okay? And I said, hey, what do you mean you're not gonna let me do this job? I just bought everything. 2 days later, I get a call because the husband came back from training from the military, and he says, hey, I'm just gonna tear down the fence. I went over there, and here again, I'm paying somebody to come take me over there because the 4-wheeler at the time was not in the best shape. I need to change the oil and blah, 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 blah. I just did not have time for it. $50 I'm paying this person. And the husband didn't know I was 14 when I told the wife and the mother of the wife, okay? I said, hey, either you're wasting my time right now and you do not know, generally do not know my age, okay? Or you think because I'm 14, you can play games with me all you want, okay? Do not call me ever again unless if it's very legitimate, okay? And if it is, I'm gonna have the money before, okay? The last job I did, I cut their grass 1.5 inches, okay? The lady came out saying, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean? And by the way, it was raining too. The full week was gonna be raining. So the grass is not gonna burn up. She says, my grass is as tall as my neighbor. I said, yeah, because the neighbor cut it yesterday. And she says, is it because you have a crappy mower? It is, isn't it? I said, my mower is $600, packed up with the money, already did the front and back, and weed whacking, leaf blowing. They wanted me to do it again. Not even the capability was I was able to do with my mower, a 1/2 inch. I said, hey, I'm done, bye.